And I watched it. And I watched the little platter turning like that, and the warm air coming out of the bottom of the microwave oven. And I watched that ant, and after a couple of seconds in the microwave, it kind of like, bleh, it just kind of curled up and it died. And I told you that story a month or so ago on KFI. And I was wrong. I was wrong to do that. I admit that. I've admitted to you before that it was wrong of me to microwave that ant. But last night, I slipped. Last night, I harassed another living thing. And I want to know whether or not I should feel bad about this. I already feel bad about the ant. And I didn't microwave an ant, but last night I did harass another living thing. I've got this balcony off the end of my plushly appointed Hollywood bungalow. As you know, I entertain a lot. I've got a lot of companions who come over and spend the evening. And as you know, it's with the image. You gotta look good and have a nice place. I walked out on my balcony where I've got a very stylish grill. And I noticed when I opened up the sliding door, the light was just right, that there was a major league spider that was making this big web. Normally, most of the time, you don't see a spider in this web until you walk into it and you go, oh, what is this? But I saw it and I realized what an incredible engineering feat this was. The spider was actually at eye level, and he had anchored his web way down on the floor of my balcony situation, right by my barbecue thing. And he must have spun a web that was at least, 6 feet from the bottom to the top. And the web wasn't all of that, but I mean, he had it anchored with big, long, 6 foot, whatever it is that they spin. And I looked at it. I was absolutely amazed at the engineering feat. And there in the center of the web was Mr. Spider. And I noticed, I just sat in awe. And I said, wait a minute, this is my house. I pay rent. And I was going to take a swipe at it, but I was just so amazed at how it was making this web. And what it was doing it was great. It was really great. He was going around in little circles. Now, ladies, it was like knitting. You ladies can probably understand this a lot better than I can. And it was going around in circles, and every time it would get a little closer to the center, but it was weaving this thing. And this is where my perverse sense of perversity comes in. And this is where I need to know whether I was a bad person. As the spider would go around, I watched it. So I went into my kitchen, and I grabbed little scissors. So every time the spider would go around to the opposite side of the web, I would cut what he had just made. You know what I mean? And so this spider there is working overtime. He's really working hard. So he's like doing this incredible job of making this web. And I just walk up to the thing and I just go, snip. I just snip the thing he just made. When he's on the other side, so he can't even tell. He's very sensitive. Like when I really nailed it, he would bounce and he would know. But I kept doing that to the spider over and over again. I kept snipping what he just made. And I want to know from you whether or not that's cruel. Was that, I don't know. I mean, most of you people just have squished that spider immediately. I know that. So don't give me a bunch of double talk this evening about how horrible I was. And I enjoyed that. Maybe that was what was wrong. Was I wrong? Was I wrong to annoy that spider? I harassed it. If I was wrong, I'll admit it to you. I don't think so. I was wrong to microwave that ant. I admit that. It's open lines this hour. You can talk about anything.
I have never in my life seen as much prejudice has been portrayed on this radio station within the past couple of months.
Hey, I'm for equal opportunity. That was a hell of a call. That was a great moment in broadcasting history on KFI. If you're just tuned in to the station this evening, shame on you. You missed it. It was just moments ago. Little did we know that we would get wonderful calls like that, and you missed it. Unbelievable. Bring up the music. Thank you so much. Open lines this hour till 8 o'clock this evening. It's Joe Crummey on KFI, Saturday from 6 until 8. Jay Norris after the news tonight at 8. And the KFI weekend weather, the big story. It's really funny because we get this great weather forecast here. It's got everything in it except when is the humidity going to go. That's all I care about. Mostly cloudy this evening, local fog and drizzle. I don't care. The overnight low tonight of 65. That's not all that impressive. Tomorrow, clouds and drizzle in the morning and the evening. I guess you would be concerned with the drizzle if you're going to be driving. That's legitimate. Highs tomorrow about 80 in downtown Los Angeles. The question is, what about the humidity? Anytime you're ready to stop, that's fine with me. at the Civic. You know, I can't. Well, I'm not going to get into that. Civic Center tonight, 78. In Burbank, it is mostly cloudy, 76. In Riverside, partly cloudy and 80 degrees from AM 640 KFI. This is Joe Crummey. Open lines. Here we go. Riley in Upland. Riley, you're on KFI. Hello.
Well, hi, Joe.
Yes.
I mean, you know, by telling us these stories, it just, you know, you let us know how sad your social life is.
What do you mean about the thing with the spider?
Well, I mean, that you have time to sit around and torture insects. I mean, Joe.
What?
Come on.
Well, what would you do?
You
would just squish it. What's that all? I mean, what would you have done if that was a spider?
If it was me with the spider, first of all, it's probably good, but it just needs to be relocated.
Relocated?
Yes, you relocate spiders because they're good. They're just not supposed to be where humans are.
I see.
And, you know,
I didn't kill it.
The insect world.
I didn't kill it.
Well, no, but then you tortured it.
I didn't torture it. I just kept on doing its web on it. I mean, that's just a little horseplay. And when was the last time you had that much fun with a spider? Huh?
Well, you know, I have other ways of having fun, you know.
Well, you know, I mean, it's the little things in life that, I'm in touch with.
Pick on somebody your own size, Joe.
Well, I don't know anybody that spins webs, besides some of the women that want to date me, but hey, But seriously.
I mean, and with the ants,
yes.
You know, it's like ants are really hard workers.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, they work hard at screwing up my kitchen. What happens if there was an ant in your kitchen? What would you do? What would you do with it?
Well, if you get ants in your kitchen, you find out where it is that they're going.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, because I have cats too.
Yes.
So what you do, once in a while they'll find the bowl. And when they do, then one thing you got to do is you got to mop your floor, because they can't pick up their trail. So you send the ants out to find the food, and then they make that trail, and they follow that one trail. So if you all you have to do is mop your floor.
Oh, talk about getting a life now. Listen to you. You spend your whole day cleaning?
No, but it's just when you have ants, and if you break the trail and they can't find it, if you find out where they're coming out, then what you do is you just stick a little bit of food just exactly where they're coming out, and then they won't come any further.
All right. I'll try that. But look, man, I didn't hurt that spider. I just played a game with it, and I think it was very inventive, and I don't think I've ever had that much fun with an insect in my entire life.
Well, it was very childlike, Joe. This is exactly what a child would do. Which is, you know, it's like one of those things you do when you're a kid. You know, you just stare at a blade of grass, and you just can be enthralled in a doodlebug for hours.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's just...
the Lord said be like little children.
Now we know you need to get a life and grow up. No.
Riley, thanks for calling.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. John in Sherman Oaks. John, you're on KFI. Hello.
Yes, hello. I did not hear, all conversation previously.
We were talking about Yugoslavia.
Yes, about Yugoslavia.
Yes.
And I believe, actually what you said, if you said so, that there should send some gangs, to fight over there or something like that.
Yes, I did say that.
I think that's very, a new part, with all due respect, I think it's very, very irresponsible and immature, if not the stupid.
Thank you.
But the reason, if I may say so, I think that the Pentagon estimated that in case that they would have to take, that Sarajevo and to defeat Serbs there, in that era would take about 100,000 soldiers.
Well, I don't see Secretary Baker falling out of his chair committing troops over there. He doesn't seem to want to do anything about it. Your argument's really not with me, but with him.
No, it is. No, but I mean, when you said sending the gangs, I don't know if you meant to be funny or you wanted to be sarcastic or whatever. This is a very, very serious situation.
Could have been satire, too,
Oh, it could be a satire.
Yeah,
but considering, actually, I listened to you in the past, you're very immature,
Or did you say immature? Am I immature or mature?
Very immature.
Immature, thank you.
Very immature. And actually, you say something sometime, and you remain alive, It's very, very funny,
Thank you.
It's really regrettable that that station is wasting time, having you,
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, John. But you know what? Here's the thing, though, John. Follow me for a second. If I went on the air, trust me, and I started talking about Yugoslavia, and I did it in a normal, compassionate way, you know what? No one would call, and nobody would care, and I would lose my job again. So I'm not going to do it.
You mean you want to be provocative, to...
No, I don't care. I don't care about that. I just want a job, man. I don't give a damn about anything. I'm just trying to make a buck. I'm selling hang out, okay?
Okay, I'd like to make final statement. Actually, don't get me wrong. I'm nothing against you.
I know. I have nothing against you either.
This is a very serious situation, and I don't believe the Americans would like to see their sons, and husbands coming back, in coffins.
Well, that's why I want to send the gang members over.
So.
That's why I think that's...
Let's be a little bit mature, and let's speak,
John, mature, John, is for all the other talk hosts. Listen, thanks. John, I didn't mean to cut you off. All right, do you understand? That's for everybody else. There's tons of those shows. We're doing it differently on this show. Okay? Keep that in mind, John, when you listen, all right?
I'm listening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Another excited gentleman. Hey, man, come on. Everybody does it the same way. Let's do it differently. Ellie in Alhambra. Ellie, you're on KFI. Hello.
Oh, Joe, that was the funniest hour I have ever heard.
Really?
And the best. I just laughed the whole hour.
Put a check in the mail.
Listen, are they going to replay that maybe one night?
I doubt it.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe maybe my boss is listening, and if he likes it so much, maybe we can have Joe Crummey encore presentations.
Oh, it was so great. And listen, my husband has a Clinton joke for you.
Oh, that's good.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's your name?
Earl.
Hi, Earl. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Good talking with you.
Fine. Always enjoy your show.
Thank you.
The other day, Bill Clinton was working with his advisors on who to pick for a running mate.
Yes.
And when they suggested Gore, he was real pleased. And then later on, he found out the first name, and he says, Gore, I thought you said whore.
Hey, now that's pretty good. Now that's pretty good, Earl. How about this one? The reason why Bill Clinton picked Al Gore is because Al Gore has experience in foreign affairs, and Bill Clinton has plenty of experience in domestic affairs. I just made that up.
That's great. I just made up the other ones. We're even.
Oh, well, not quite. That's funny. Hey, Earl, listen, thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Oh, gosh. All right, what we'll do is we'll take a moment to catch our breath. And then we'll come back, and we'll take some more calls. That's the way talk shows work. It's real simple. We got a full board of calls. Maybe I'll take a real quick one here. Jennifer in Riverside. Jennifer, let me try it again. Jennifer, you're on KFI. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Now, Jennifer, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Is your call really fascinating?
I think so. Well, it's kind of creepy. Those little Discover Channel things?
Oh, really? And does this have to do with, like, animals and livestock and insects?
Insects.
Well, then what I want to do, Jennifer, if are you passionate about this story?
Oh, yeah.
Is there like there's a very exciting ending and conclusion to your story?
Well,
Jennifer,
I guess.
Yeah, you got to say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold, and when we come back, I'll give you all the time you need to tell us the story.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer's exciting story coming up in just a moment. If you touch that dial, you are going to miss it. This is Joe Crummey with Open Lines at 7:30 now on KFI. Let's go to the KFI Traffic Center. Pete Domas is standing by. Hi, Pete. What's going on?